Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. Today we have a very special episode, and it feels amazing to be back in the recording seat. It is Coffee Shop Talk, Part 2. Very exciting stuff. We're going to change it up a little bit from last episode. The first Coffee Shop Talk, we talked about way too many coffee shops, I think, in one sitting, and didn't give, I think, our full depth opinions about them.
Yeah, we talked about kind of like how it tasted and how we ranked them.
Yeah.
But we didn't talk about like the scene and kind of like how everything looked inside.
Exactly. Yeah. There's like, we didn't give a build up to like, how did we find these places and things of that matter. So I think a lot of the coffee shops that we talked about in part 1, we will definitely revisit in other coffee shop talks. But for the time being right now, we're actually going to talk about another 6 coffee places that we've been to recently. A good majority of them, only one of them is here in San Antonio. The other 5 were actually out of San Antonio, some really far, talking across states, and some just a town over. So it should be a really fun episode. We hope that you enjoy our honest opinions about them. And if you're ever in any of these places that we talk about, do go check them out and show some love. Of course, in the podcast show notes, I will put the names of all of the coffee shops that we went to, as well as the locations or addresses. But yeah, so definitely keep an eye out for that in the podcast show notes to show some love. For today's drink choice, typically we have a sparkling water or some sort, but we went ahead and got Starbucks today. A little bit different. We haven't gotten Starbucks in a long time. I got an iced vanilla latte. I don't know. It's not bad. It's a latte. But we've been going to a lot of other places recently. I like Dutch Bros better now.
Really?
Honestly. I don't know. I vibe with them. It could be too because like the workers themselves are really nice, and that's not to like shit on the Starbucks employees because they are also nice. I think every coffee shop employee has always been nice, and that's like one of the standout things of like why I enjoy getting coffee. But I don't know. It's kind of like a baseline now. Like I used to be real into it, but not. It's not bad. It's good.
So your opinion on Starbucks like changed? Or do you think like, is it because people make it differently?
I think it's changed over time.
Okay.
Because it was always a baseline, like kind of what I compared it to. But now I compare coffee to my favorite places that we've been to.
Okay.
And so now comparing this to other places like Merit Coffee, Summer Moon, Dutch Bros, even places like that, I'm like, I much prefer those over now this Starbucks latte, which I get the same thing everywhere. The only thing that I change up every now and then is like a milk. Like, oh, do you have like almond milk or lactose free?
Yeah.
But that's really it. And you can definitely taste when those alternative milks are there, but I don't know. It's just not doing it for me like it used to.
Interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's like your taste buds changing, but I don't know. I still really like Starbucks and the iced vanilla latte.
It could also be because it's hot as shit in my room right now. And
so everything's just like...
not in... Oh my gosh. So before we recorded, let me throw this out there. We had a fan on and I was like, let me see if it picks it up. And like
it did.
On the lowest setting, you could still faintly hear it. I'm like, yeah, we're not having that. So we're just sitting here with my ceiling fan on, which sucks. It like does not cool my room off. I got these blackout curtains on with my light on, and holy buckets. It is warm in my room, and it's just so hot in Texas right now. Oh my gosh. I know most of our listeners are from Texas, and then in that majority of listeners, most of them are from San Antonio. So, I know y'all are going through it right now. It says it's 102 right now. It's so hot.
I know. It's been like 103 recently, so
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
It's just too hot. Like, I can handle the heat because I'm always like cold, but no, I'm dying. I cannot handle this.
It is so warm. And it sucks too because it's like, because it's so warm, everybody's blasting their ACs. And it's like, there's just not enough power in the city to substantiate like everybody having their ACs at like 60. It's just not, there's not enough power to go around. And I'm like, fuck, it's crazy. So right now it's like our house is sitting at a nice warm 78.
Oh,
And
no.
it's not even on right now. Like, it's just like that's what the temperature is in the house. So there's no air being pushed through our central AC system because this is like peak time. And so we have a smart central AC system and we can override it and force it to go through. But I'm going to be a good person and just listen to what it says. It's peak time. I'm going to do my part and not put it at a low setting. But this is like where I wish I didn't have a mustache because my upper lip is low-key sweaty. Just wanted to shave it so bad the other day, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep it because I like it.
I know, it looks nice. Don't do that.
No, but yeah, that was kind of a fat tangent. Do you want to get into the coffee shops?
Yes.
Who do you want to start with?
Okay, so let me see. Let's start with, hold on, I'm pulling it up. 210 Coffee Roasters.
Nice.
And this one is actually in El Paso.
El Paso, Texas.
Yeah, most of these, I don't know if he said this, but whenever we were driving to the Grand Canyon, this is why we stopped at all these places that are like outside of Texas and San Antonio.
Took the opportunity to try some out-of-state coffee places.
And honestly, I loved it. I love trying like different locations, and the fact that they're still like obviously in the United States, but not in like our local area. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it felt really cool. It almost felt like at home. Like, despite us being in a whole nother state, walking into a new coffee shop and ordering exactly what I order all the time. Like, I wasn't nervous about it. I was like, you know, like, damn, like this place is nice and like curious and excited, but it was kind of like, I felt at home because that's something that we do here, you know?
Yeah, and specifically, 210 was actually the first coffee place that we went to when we were outside of San Antonio.
Yes.
And like on our drive, and it was late at night. But honestly, it was so cute in there, and I wish we could go back and like study over there. Because they had super long tables that were like thick. They had little seating against like the wall, and then the windows, they were high.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
I remember, yeah. It was such, like, you walk in and the vibes were immaculate because it was dark as shit outside. And then the coffee place, like, you're looking at it from the outside in, and it just looks like this big glass building. They had these lights that really set the mood. Yeah, Marisol just pulled up a picture of them.
Yeah, and they kind of also have like a little bar area that you could be at.
Oh my gosh. And so what's their Instagram tag? It's at
210 Coffee Roasters, and the 2 is just like the number 2.
Number 2, and then the word 10, right?
Yeah, and then Coffee Roasters.
Okay, yeah. So look them up, check them out, because they are nice. Yeah, that was our first stop, right? On the way to the Grand Canyon, it was Eagle Pass as our first night stop, right? Or
El Paso.
Or El Paso. Oh my gosh, I kept saying Eagle Pass. Whenever we were talking about it before recording, yes, El Paso. El Paso was our first stop, and we had eaten dinner right first, and then we went there after before going to the hotel room.
Yeah, because on the trip we were with like my cousins.
Yeah.
And like my tío and tía. And so they went to the hotel because I forgot what they were going to do. And then you were like, I kind of want coffee. And I was like, say less. So I asked my dad, and he was like, yes, I'll drive y'all over there. And so, oh, sorry, I hit the table. But yeah, so we went there at night, and it was really nice. I liked it. Mm-hmm. And they were nice too. And if I remember correctly, like the person, they brought the drinks to us, and we were like, oh, like that's new.
Oh yeah, yeah, because usually it's kind of like coffee's ready and they'll throw it on like the bar area, but they like went around and brought it to us, and I was like, damn,
they were just super nice too.
Yeah, and that's like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, that is a common thing, that every single place that we go to, everybody is so nice, and like you can't help but like reciprocate that niceness and just have such a great start or end to your day or middle of the day. You know, you can get coffee whenever, but No, it was really cool.
Yeah. Do you have like anything else that you remember?
Yeah, in particular, I think it was the man. What was it like the way that they had it in the back whenever they were setting like the where they make the coffee behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they had it set up was really cool. It was almost like a line. Like they kind of went down the. It was like the barista would get the cup and then they'd go make the coffee in one section on that big metal espresso machine. Because we got lattes.
Oh
I
yeah.
I remember at every place I got an iced vanilla latte, and I think occasionally I changed my milk if they had the option. Usually it was between almond or lactose free. I think one time I got oat milk at no no, I didn't get oat milk. That's at a different place, but it was either almond or lactose free, and um, then it was like pouring the milk once they made the coffee, and then it was like the bar area at the end where they usually would drop it off, but the
Mm-hmm.
guy went around the counter and gave it to us, and so it was just really cool, like the way that they had it set up, because you look at Starbucks and those employees are like running around behind the counter because they're always so busy.
Yeah.
And that's what these shops like they don't have. That is the I guess the foot traffic and the car traffic like through a drive-through. Like these smaller shops don't have that same sort of thing to them, which is kind of like a cool thing because you can walk in and get your coffee fairly fast. But then it is also kind of like this place is really good. Like they honestly deserve to have way more foot traffic in here.
Yeah, but sometimes we go on like off times. Like we'll go at
Yeah,
like 2 o'clock, or this instance we
I
went
guess you're
like at
right.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
But so I mean, like we don't know, but
Hmm.
I'm sure they get like somewhat busy. At least I hope they do, because they're really good.
Yeah. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it. And what town was it in El Paso? Or it was El Paso,
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah, it was El Paso, Texas. I was like, wait.
Or not, my bad. Like I guess general location. It was by UTEP, right? University of Texas at El Paso.
Well, I know that's where we stayed by, but I don't remember. Let me see.
I want to say it was by there. Yeah, sorry, that was the wrong verbiage. I was like, what town in El Paso? And you're
I
like,
was like, wait.
El Paso.
I didn't want to be like El Paso.
No, yeah, like that was my first time in El Paso too. Like staying there. I think I've driven through it, but I've never actually stopped, and so I definitely want to go back because it was really nice.
Okay, so it looks like they have 2 locations,
Mm-hmm.
but hold on, I'm looking on the map. It's not that one. It is. I think it's this one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's this one. It's this one. Okay, hold on. Oops. It is by. I don't know how to explain this. How'd you explain this here?
Okay. 210 Coffee Roasters.
Like, it's not too far from the center. But, like.
Yeah, I don't know how I would describe that.
Because it's not by, like, any major sites, you know?
Yeah, well, where's UTEP? Oh, look, okay, so if you're at the University of Texas at El Paso and you go up the highway and get off of North Mesa Street, like that's where you're gonna see it. And it's like in its own little corner. It's this big, like, almost looks like a glass house because of how big the windows are.
Oh, you know what it reminded me of?
Hmm.
Because of all the trees, a tree house.
Oh, yeah. There were a lot of trees around it too. Like you almost could miss it, especially at nighttime. Like we pulled in and your dad was like, "Are you sure there's a coffee shop here?" And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, it says it's right here." And then sure enough, it was right there, like tucked away, hidden behind the trees. But you could see that it was like lit up because the windows are so big. So it was like the only building that had all these lights like coming out of it. But overall, it was a really nice place. I really enjoyed hitting up 210 Coffee Roasters.
No, yeah, me too. So do you want to get into, like, the next one?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I know you have your little list.
Oh no, I was just looking at it.
Okay. So the next one that I have on my story is Blessed Grounds Coffee.
Or is it? Isn't it blessed or is it blessed?
I think it's Blessed.
Blessed grounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's Blessed Grounds Coffee.
Okay.
But we'll tag them just in case like that's not how you say it.
Yeah.
And it is in Tucson, Arizona. And this one, if I remember correctly, it was kind of like at the corner of like a little how'd you explain that? It's like a little shopping center.
It was a little strip mall.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And it was at the corner. I don't think they had a drive-through, but
No, they
no,
didn't.
right?
I remember. So this one in particular is Tucson, Arizona, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we were leaving Tucson, right?
Yeah.
And it's a small strip mall. It had like a tax office and things like that. Like all these miscellaneous offices, like a chiropractor's office, I think. But then at the very corner of that strip mall was Blessed Grounds Coffee. You walk in and it was very small inside. They had a big table and then like a little sofa seat with a coffee table. We sat at the big table, I remember. And I mean, I'm talking small. Like it was a small little counter.
You're
And directly behind her was
right.
like the espresso machine with all the cups. So it was a very contrast to 210 Coffee Roasters with that super long line of like going from step by step on making the coffee. Like she had everything in one little nook, like one little corner behind the desk.
Yeah.
And she just like made everything.
Honestly, she made it really fast. It
Yeah.
was just her.
And I thought it was really good. And obviously, like most of these places, I think all of these places, you're going to find them. If you go to our coffee highlight on our Instagram, you'll see most of the coffee places that we've been to. A lot of the ones, like we've gone to them more than once. We don't repost it, but sometimes we do. But definitely like our first times trying all of these places, you'll find it on our story.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Now I remember
Mm-hmm.
kind of how it looked like. I could like vaguely see it,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, no, it felt like really homey.
Yeah.
And they had like music playing in the background,
Mm-hmm.
and it was bright. And I remember like it was the morning, so we had just woken up, and I was like, wow, this is so nice, you know, because I was still sleepy.
Yeah. No, it was really relaxing. Like it did feel very like comforting to just sit in there. Like a lot of the places that we went to, aside from one of them, which we'll get into probably after this, the other one in Arizona,
Oh yeah.
that one was exclusively drive through. But a lot of these places that we went to while we were out of town, it was like would make great studying spots. Like especially like at Blessed Grounds, if we were around there for an extended period of time and we went at a time during the day where it wasn't busy, we could definitely take advantage of that big table and just like the homey feeling of it, enjoy some coffee and just get some work done.
Yeah, a lot of these places, like you said, I would definitely study there if I had the opportunity to.
No, yeah, for sure. But we were on vacay, so we did not study.
No, we were like on the road all the time.
I know, like I brought my laptop and stuff as if I was, but I didn't. I think I did like maybe like one assignment and then I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Well, we did study like in the evening in the hotel lounges,
That's right, we did.
but we didn't like stop anywhere in the morning or do anything like during the day.
I remember, that's right, we did. Especially at the one in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Was it Flagstaff?
Yeah, that was like that was the
Like hub?
hub, the one that we stopped at, and that's where we went to the Grand Canyon from.
Oh.
That's the one with all the tea.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you know what?
yes.
We'll talk about that too in this episode. On the topic of like drinks.
No, that was such a nice hotel.
Yeah. But back to Blessed Grounds. So what was their Instagram tag? Which I'll throw all this in the show notes. But
It's Blessed Grounds Coffee. Everything is lowercase.
okay.
And there's like no underscores or anything like that.
Nice. Yeah, definitely check them out. And in Tucson, Arizona is the location for confirmation.
Yes.
Oh, my bad. That was my cup. It was stuck to the cup holder.
All
But-
right. But next up
Mm-hmm.
is Wicked AZ Coffee.
Wicked Arizona Coffee. Yeah, they were pretty good. Like they reminded me of Dutch Bros.
Yes, because it was a drive-through.
Yeah.
It was like a little, just like a little building.
Yeah, and you know what's funny too? Like there was like 4 coffee shops that we passed on the way to Wicked Arizona, and I was like, damn, like there's so many places to try. And it was funny too because remember we were driving to, that is such a nice picture. She just showed me a picture of the Wicked Arizona Instagram account, but we were driving to Wicked Arizona Coffee, and across the highway I was like, oh look, at Dutch Bros. And y'all were like, nuh-uh. And we looked and like sure enough there was a Dutch Bros like right across. You remember?
Yeah, because we've never like heard of Dutch Bros until they opened one by us.
Mm-hmm.
So ever since then, like we've been seeing them all over the place.
I know, like I really thought it was like this little like startup, but it's like nah, this is a franchise that is all over the place. um no, it was really nice. Like you pulled up drive through exclusive. The girl that was working on that particular day was very nice.
Yeah, they also had zucchini and banana bread.
Yeah, that was very different. I remember we got both. Or was
Yeah.
it banana or was it lemon?
I'm pretty sure it was banana.
Okay.
Because my mom asked Gabby if she wanted it because she likes banana bread, I think.
Yeah.
Or was it lemon? I don't remember. I know they had zucchini though, because my mom got that one. Because she was like, zucchini bread? I haven't had that in forever.
No, yeah, it was pretty good. Again, got an iced vanilla latte. I really liked it too, because didn't they have green straws?
No.
They didn't?
Well, at least I had a red one.
You had a red straw?
Yeah, in the picture that I took, it's a red one.
Oh, I'm bugging. No, they did have a red straw.
I think it's their sticker.
It was a logo on the cup. I like too, like, because the cup, it wasn't a sticker, like it was printed on the cup.
Oh, yes.
And so I really appreciate when coffee shops like have that, because I don't know, just like I definitely like when they put a sticker on, but something about it being printed straight on the cup, it's like, damn, like okay, they got it like that, you know?
That's literally what I was thinking.
No, it was really cool, and I thought their logo was chill. It's just like somebody throwing like the rock sign, right? And no, it was really nice. I really enjoyed it.
No, yeah.
And I always appreciate a coffee place that's either has a drive-through or like even if it's exclusively drive-through, because it's just convenient.
Yeah, especially because we were headed to... Honestly, I don't remember where we were headed. I think maybe it was the Grand Canyon that day.
Yes, it was. Because
Yeah.
is this one in Flagstaff, Arizona?
This one, I think it is. Hold on, I saw that they put their location somewhere. Flagstaff, Arizona, yes.
Yeah. So that's where we stayed and went out to the Grand Canyon. And you're right, it was the morning of that we were heading to the Grand Canyon. And we got coffee at Wicked AZ Coffee.
Yeah. Oh, but they do have green straws. I'm looking at their page.
See, I think I had a green straw. Didn't I post about it too?
You might have, honestly. But yeah, something I liked about this place though was that their cups look kind of different. Like they were taller. It just gives like a different effect. But that's something that I remember from it.
See, I'm gonna go to our coffee highlights. Please do check it out. And I remember I posted both of our cups on our coffee highlight.
Okay.
So let's go. Yeah, look, see, I had a green straw.
Oh, it was kind of like a bright green.
Yeah, it was a neon green. Yeah, no, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And then Blessed Grounds. They were good too.
All right.
Oh, yeah, so...
We have 3 more left? Because I think I only have 2 more, like, on my story.
We talked about 210, we talked about Wicked, and Blessed Grounds.
Yes.
So we have
3 more.
2 left.
Oh, 2 left. Okay.
Yeah. Did I say we had 6 places to talk about?
I think so.
We have 5 places to talk about.
Okay.
Well, I guess we could call it 6, because you know what? Let's take a tangent while we're on Flagstaff. Let's talk about the tea and study dynamic that we had at the hotel.
Okay. So I don't remember which hotel we stayed at, but it was super nice. It looked kind of like if you were going to go to like lodge there and like go skiing.
Yeah, it straight up felt like a skiing lodge.
It felt like Christmas when we walked in.
I know they had a fireplace. There was like a carpet by the fireplace, and there was brick inside. And the common area, like where you'll have like the continental breakfast in a typical hotel, was like nice. It was big, it was open, and the color scheme felt very like rustic sort of. The hotel itself was really nice, especially in the rooms. Everything was clean. The restrooms were nice. It was just...
The pool was big, and they had a hot tub.
Oh, yeah. Stinky. There was an incident at the hot tub, but we won't get into that.
No, we will not.
No, yeah, it was really cool. And honestly, so favorite part about this was exactly what I had mentioned a little bit ago, was that there was hot water tanks like in that lobby area.
And it was like 24/7.
24/7 complimentary for free. You could get your cups, and you could fill the hot water. And then they had, I mean, tons of different types of tea bags. And I am not a tea drinker, but I drank so much tea in our 2 nights that we were staying there. It was so nice. Like, because my throat was killing me. I don't know what it was. Maybe like, was I yelling or was I talking a lot? Maybe it was just like,
It was also cold.
it was cold. You're right. It was cold, but it was killing me at night, and just drinking that tea really soothed my throat. And I tried, I think, like 6 different teas. It was like a black tea. There was a lemon tea. There was a black lemon tea. There was a herbal green tea. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was all these
They had
different.
jasmine.
They
That's what I
did.
remember.
It was good. It was fun, just like steeping it and like having that, and like it was cool because the cups, like you were able to choose like your own little the cardboard like cup holders.
Yeah, they had different colors.
Different colors, and I was like, this is awesome. I'm like, I want this for our house. Like we'll have all those, and like
No, yeah, we're gonna have a coffee section, a tea section,
hmm
a wine alcohol section.
oh yeah.
Basically, we're just gonna have this really big like drink section.
Yes, drink station on deck will be at our house.
It'll look like a little bar, but like we'll have the espresso machine in the background.
Yeah, no, it was really nice, and like we studied there, and honestly, the vibes were awesome because the seats were comfortable compared to other like hotels that in the common area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the unlimited tea was really nice. They had hot chocolate too and coffee, but for the most part, I just drank tea, and then waited to get iced coffee later.
Yeah, I remember I had coffee there, and then I had coffee at like the other places that we went to.
Yeah, you're drinking a lot, honestly.
I love caffeine. But yeah, do you want to go into like the next two?
Yeah, so let's save the one that's here in San Antonio for last.
Okay. So let me see. I think I know the name of the other one, but just in case I do not, let me pull it up. Okay, it is Java Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is actually in Fredericksburg, Texas, so a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
closer to home. And if I remember correctly, it was kind of like Western themed when we walked in.
Yeah, yeah.
They had like a picture of like cowboys on horses, you know. And then they had this little spot, which I actually took a picture in front of. And it had like coffee with like lights shining on it. And it was super cute because they had a bunch of like the straws, napkins. I think they also had like hot coffee there if you want to like refill. I think that's what they were. I didn't look at them, but it was really cute.
Yeah. Their full name is Java Ranch Coffee and Provisions
Ooh.
Coffee Shop, serving coffee in Texas Hill Country since 2000. Their Instagram tag, or their Instagram tag, it's Java Ranch FBG, all lowercase. No, they were really nice, and you posted on your story about it too. Like of you, like a picture of yourself. So if you follow Marisol, definitely do. But they have this really big coffee sign. Remember the neon one?
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
No, it was super cute in there. Very homey as well. And it was kind of long too, if I remember.
Yeah, like you walk up and like the building itself was really small, but then it went like really far back. And I don't know, that place seemed like really chill to like sit down and just drink the coffee at. Fredericksburg itself is a very touristy town, so I don't know if I'd ever go there to study. You definitely could, but it's not the same vibe as these other coffee shops that we've been to, but it was definitely open enough that if you wanted to study, by all means I'd go for it. But it was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know if your dad was gonna like open the door.
Oh, he went to go see my mom.
I couldn't tell.
It's all,
So I was like,
it's all
wait.
good.
But yeah, what else did you like remember from Java Ranch?
Well, I think like leading up to that trip, so we had planned like day trips that me and you were gonna go on, kind of like on a month to month basis. Oh my gosh, month to month basis. And Fredericksburg was this particular trip that we went on. And it was really fun. Like we got to look at all the shops, and we didn't have enough time to make it to like the historical district, so we're gonna have to go back. There was another coffee shop that we didn't go to that we're gonna have to try.
Oh yeah, because we went a little later than we were like planning to.
Yeah.
So we are like, oh, like we're gonna go in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
get coffee there in the morning,
Yeah.
have lunch, walk around, and then get coffee before we leave.
Yeah.
But we went a little later. By
Yeah.
later, I mean we went kind of like at 2.
Yeah.
And so we only had the opportunity to have like one of the places.
Yeah, so we definitely got to go back and then look at the historical district in Fredericksburg together.
Yeah, I wanted to go over there so bad, but
Mhm.
honestly, it was super hot that day. There were a lot of people,
Very hot that
and
day.
I just like I didn't feel like figuring out like if we needed to like make a schedule or like buy tickets or how that worked because I know
Mhm.
some places like they require that. But I could not tell, and I didn't want to like do that day.
Yeah. No, it was really nice. We got to just chillax during the day and get coffee.
Yeah, but they were also, if I remember correctly, they were really fast and like making it too.
Yeah, they were. And nice as always.
Yes, honestly, all these places have been like really fast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. There's nothing like. It was definitely really nice. I can't remember any like standout features other than like that big coffee neon sign and then, yeah, like the rustic westernness to it.
It
Def-
tasted good for sure.
Oh, yeah. But definitely check it out if you are in Fredericksburg, Texas. Make the day trip out there to go check it out. But I think we should move on to our last but certainly not least.
Yes, would you like to introduce it?
Yes. So this particular place we have been trying to get coffee from for years. I'm being dead ass years.
It has been years actually.
Because we got into coffee like when COVID hit, but then they started construction, like renovations, when COVID hit. And so it was constantly like checking, oh, is it open? It's not open yet. Oh, they're not open yet. And it sucks because we'd pass by it every time because it's on the way to St. Mary's. And so this particular place that we're talking about is Barrio Barista. And y'all need to check it out. They were so good, extremely nice, and the vibes inside of the coffee shop itself were immaculate.
I know. Okay, so I think we've been twice, right? Now?
No, we've only been the one time. We tried to go another time, but they were closed.
Oh, yes, because we were so confused about the hours.
I know,
because they have limited hours
They
now.
have limited hours, and it's like they have a limited menu, so they're still trying to get things up and running, but they kind of had a soft opening recently. And I'm not sure if they're like up and running at full capacity yet, but they are really good.
No, yeah, but when we went, it was actually before my symposium.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were kind of like on a time limit.
Mm-hmm.
But when we went, we were going to have lunch, but we didn't know like when the kitchen closed.
Mm-hmm.
So we weren't able to have lunch there. But when we went, we ordered, I think you had an iced vanilla latte and I had a caramel latte.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a nice vanilla latte. But they were really good. And like the drinks themselves, so a lot of places do it differently. Some, whenever they put the milk in, or like whatever it is that you ask them to put in addition to the coffee and the syrup, they won't mix it. And so you have this really cool like swirl effect going on, and there's a separation from the milk and coffee. But then other places, they'll mix it before they give it to you. But the way that Barrio Barista presented it to us, which was also another standout feature, we sat in the booth, crazy mood lighting, super chill, nice and air conditioned. It was hot as crap outside.
Uh-huh.
And the one of the baristas brought it to our booth, which is always like so crazy, and gave us our drinks. And the presentation was amazing. They had those cardboard holders like for the cups, like the cardboard koozies.
Mm-hmm.
And it was branded with Barrio Barista and their logo. And they did that thing where you cut the top of the straw off, like the straw wrapper, and you leave it on.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was really nice. And I'm gonna assume like the owner of it was super nice, asking like, how did you do? How's the coffee? And we were like, it's so good. I was just sad that we had to like leave, because I wanted to sit there and enjoy it and like tell him like this shit was thebomb.com, because it was.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I want to go back. So we can just like sit
We
there
gotta
and
go
enjoy
back.
it.
Yes, it was so good. We should go and study there. What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty dark though, but like it's dark in there.
It's a vibe.
It is a vibe though. So like if you have like a laptop, you should be straight. But if you're like gonna go there with a physical book, might have a hard time because of the darkness.
I don't know, because they had like specific lighting for each little booth.
They did. You're right. My bad. Like overall, it was dark, but it was kind of like restaurants where there's lamps over the booths. And if you sit closer to the windows, because we sat at like the far back, that it was darker over there. But if you sit closer to the windows, you should be straight. No, they were nice.
Mm-hmm.
The people were nice. The vibes were nice.
The coffee was good.
Coffee was amazing. Like top 4, honest opinion. Like they're number 4, which is pretty up there because we've been at this point, babe. Hold on, let me pull it up. We've been to a lot of coffee places, excluding Dutch Bros, Dunkin' Donuts, and Starbucks.
It's like the main chain coffee places.
Yeah, excluding chain coffee shops. We have been to 34 different coffee shops.
That's insane. That's a lot.
Oh yeah.
I feel like my first like choice now is Merit coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So we've been having it. Okay, so recently we had it twice, but we haven't had Merit coffee in a while.
Long time.
And so I kind of like forgot what it tasted like. But now that we've had it a little more frequently, I have to say I think it's my fave.
Merit was pretty good. And we'll kind of touch on Merit again. Honestly, I mean, we can talk about Merit right now since we had them recently.
Yeah.
They're one of the ones that we covered in our first coffee shop talk, but when we recorded that episode, the time that we had Merit coffee had already passed. It had already come and gone by months.
Yeah.
And so the tastes and the memories with it were very far gone. But you're right. Like we've gone recently.
Like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
In the last few months. Recently in the last month, we've had it twice.
Yeah. This last time we went to go study, honestly, one of the best like places we've gone to study at.
Yeah, I think that's why they're also like my number 1. Because the music was like, I mean, obviously you could hear it, but it wasn't too loud. They had so much seating. We walked in and I saw like all the cars parked outside and I was like, damn, it's so packed. We're probably not going to be able to find a place, right? Because I saw some guys sitting outside. But when we went in, they still had so much seating and there were still a lot of people in there. And it was like kind of spread apart, so you're not like cramped in there. And the people there are really nice too.
Oh yeah. Really nice baristas. And they got our coffee out. We both got 20-ounce iced vanilla lattes. I got lactose-free milk. You got almond milk, right?
No, I get oat milk.
It was oat milk. That's right.
Oat milk, it tastes so good
I
in
like oat
coffee.
milk. It
Well,
overpowered. Like I
personally-
only taste the oat. That was like that one time we got a coffee from local, and you're like, "That's not mine." I'm like, "That taste. It reeks of oat." Like, you
Honestly,
can
I
taste
don't
it.
know if I'm able to tell the difference anymore. Like, everything just tastes the same,
You're crazy.
like milk-wise.
Oh my gosh, really?
Because I'm used to having like almond milk, oat milk, anything but like 2% milk.
Nah, that oat milk
So
overpowers.
it all tastes the same to me until I like have it separately. Like if it's just a cup of like almond milk or oat milk, I can tell
Yeah.
the difference. But in coffee, not really.
It's bananas.
All I know is that if the coffee is good, like the espresso and like the beans, I can't taste it.
Very interesting.
Or
No.
it's not like too overpowering.
Yeah, I typically just get almond or lactose free. I prefer lactose free because the flavor doesn't overpower the coffee. Almond milk and oat milk can kind of overpower the taste of the coffee beans themselves, especially oat, in my opinion. But that's just because I can't handle whole milk. And if they have 2%, I might go with it. But even that, like 2% low key, kind of run through me.
Damn.
So it's pretty tough.
No, I'll agree. Like oat milk and almond milk, they're very strong.
Yeah.
And I can definitely taste it in my coffee, but I don't, like at my house,
Yeah.
but I don't like get any special beans. So it's just like whatever, you know?
Like Folgers coffee.
Yeah, so I can, well, not that one, but like I can taste it a lot. So no, I know what you mean. But like other places I can't. And I think that's why I know like they're good, like the beans.
Yeah. the beans.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, Merit was good. We had this little. It was like a side table. It was coming out of the wall, like one of the brick pillars, and then it had two stool seats, and there was an outlet underneath. So it worked out to where we had enough space to have our things, and it wasn't like super high off the ground, and it wasn't hot. We were by a window. There was a lot of natural lighting. Coffee was good. It was really nice. But yeah, Merit Coffee is here in San Antonio as well. So do go check them out. Both, depending on where you live, I think either one of these places could be a drive.
Mm-hmm. They're kind of, well, I even think like St. Mary's is kind of in the center of like San Antonio-ish. It's like on the side. I don't know how to explain it, but it's closer to the center than where like we live.
Yes.
So like the suburbs
Yeah.
area. I don't know. When I look at houses, they're like all on the outskirts of San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, like anything closer to the middle is like the center.
Yeah, and see that's the tough part because like we live on the west side of San Antonio, like the far west side.
There's like no
Yeah, and
coffee
so
places over here.
all the coffee places that we go to are either downtown or further east of San Antonio, and so it's always a bit of a drive to make it out to these places. So as much as I want to try like all of these different coffee shops that we've been to like on multiple occasions, sometimes we just can't make it out. Like we can't like last minute go before they close because it's like on the drive over there they're gonna close, you know. But no, Merit was really cool. Definitely should make it out there, as well as Barrio Barista.
Mm-hmm.
Especially them, man. We got to hit them up again because they were really good. And leading up to this episode, I think we're gonna make it a point to kind of post on our story these various places, just so that we all kind of have like a enhanced and refreshed visualization of these places. So Merit and I think Barrio Barista will definitely hit up because those are close.
Most definitely.
Yeah, the other ones though, just take a look at our coffee Instagram highlights. No, but yeah, it was really cool. I felt like this was a better format, and I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Talking about only a handful,
and not like 20.
Oh yeah, that was like I think the downfall of last episode was we just kept moving on from one to the other, and we never really gave like our good, honest opinions about them.
Yeah, we're just like, yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
All right, next please.
Yeah.
So we did not give them justice.
Mm-hmm. So we'll definitely revisit the coffee shops that we talked about in part 1. But do go still listen to that episode so that you can get the names of those places and hit them up. Because they were all really good. I think all of these places that we've been to were very good, aside from one, which I think we did briefly kind of go over in part 1.
Let's not dog on them again.
Yeah. But every place other than that one has been amazing. But no, yeah. It's hot. AC I think kicked on a little bit, so it feels all right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a little warm though.
I'm getting a little chilly.
No way, really?
Yeah.
You're crazy. I think this is a good place to close out the episode though. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we got to our points.
No, yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Before we close out the episode, please do make sure to go follow us on our socials at Live with JM Pod on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. We are almost to 150 followers on Instagram, so please do, if you're listening and you're not following us on Instagram, shoot us a follow. We'd really appreciate it. We're trying to grow that community there and, expand our reach. Our posts are definitely reaching a lot of people,
yes,
but we're not getting a lot of follows, so we really appreciate the help on that. And whenever you listen to our episodes, please do take the time to review and rate the show, because we'd greatly appreciate that, and that would help us get to the front page of what's hot on podcasting. So that would be very much appreciated. Honest opinions only. You don't got to fluff it up. If you enjoy the show, let us know. Something that we think we could do better on, let us know. We'd really appreciate the feedback. And for our YouTube listeners, please do like, subscribe, and comment down below. What do you think? Do you have a favorite coffee shop that you think we should try out? If you don't live in San Antonio or Texas and still think that we should try and make it out to one of them, hey, Looks like we're gonna fly. Thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Hope you have a great day, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.